Welcome, Gemini, to 12th House Tarot Reading. My name is Mouse. I am your host. And this is a general reading for Gemini for the week of July 29th to August 4th, 2024. Hello and welcome back, my friends. Happy to have you here. Thanks for returning every week. I appreciate you and love seeing your comments and your likes and all that good jazz. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I do a past, present, and future spread with clarifiers for each, so nothing fancy schmancy, just is what it is. Obviously, my interpretation of what the cards are saying and how the story unfolds. Last week, Gemini, your title of your reading was Leave the Past in the Past. There is much life to live. You know, that's a good lesson for anyone. Like, stop dragging that stuff with you, man. You get to a point, it's like, do I have to be 70 and still working on my parent issues? No, you don't. So figure that out and get on with it, because what happened the first 20 years, as bad, as good, as indifferent as it was, you get to become an adult and create your own life. Let it go, let it go. I know I'm talking to people out there, but sometimes I definitely feel like I'm talking to myself, and that's nothing new. So enjoy the show. All right, cutting the deck, past, present, and future. Here we go. We just pulled it from the top of the deck. I try to leave it on the screen just a little so you can see the truth in what I'm doing. Nothing up my sleeve. All right, well, this is interesting. So we're starting with, we've got the Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and then the Lovers. So the interesting thing is that there's two people in each of these cards flanking your week. And the Two of Cups is going to be about just the balance in life. I will always say it's you and your higher self first. Second, this could be you and a partner, platonic or otherwise. It is a relationship. There is equality, there is companionship, you know, and I mean, it could be romantic love, but it could be agape love. The Greeks had 8 words for love, so go ahead and look those up and see what that's all about for you as it resonates for you. That's why we say take what resonates and leave the rest. And then we go on to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, this gal is large and in charge, is what I like to say. She doesn't give a flip what anybody says. She's got that black cat at her feet and is like looking over her queendom. There's prosperity, there is power, there is creativity here. Fan the flames with your air. Wands are fire, so fan the flames. Blam, blam, flames. And then we go to the Lovers. Now with our Lovers, this is love, this is harmony, this is companionship. Again, could be romantic, could be platonic, could be agape love. Agape love is just loving from your heart, like just how you might love nature, like you just love on a soul level. There's no romance involved. It's like a spiritual love. So let's go over here and see what the 3 cards are for the clarifiers. We have the Knight of Cups. So that's another cup. So that's more water for you, which is emotions. We have Justice, Gemini, and we have the 3 of Cups. So even more cups going on for you. So what I see and what I feel here into it, because let me get the Knight out. The Knight is slowly moving forward, steady Eddie, okay? So we're moving forward with something slowly but surely. I feel like whatever relationship this is with this Two of Cups, that it is definitely being celebrated, that there is something that's balanced and in harmony with where you want to go and what you want to do in your life. Yep, that's where I'm at with that. So then we slide into the middle here for the next card is the Queen of Wands, and let's see what the clarifiers are. More cups. So we have the King of Cups. There might be a lot of emotion around this. And emotion doesn't necessarily have to be like crying. It could be happy. It could be jovial. But it can run the gamut, right? So I would offer up to stay in charge of your emotions. If you are not already a meditator, please take up meditating. I cannot tell you how much it changed my life over 30 years ago. I do it on the daily. Started when I was 26. And there's so many apps now that are available. You can find a way to do it. Don't worry if you're doing it right or wrong, because there is no right or wrong, okay? It's just about you taking some time out for yourself. Just count your breaths. Count 10 breaths and you've meditated, okay? So anyway, we've got our King of Cups here, and they are about artistic potential, but they're also about kindness and charity. So between the Queen not giving a rip about anything and the kindness and charity here, I feel with the King, I feel like there's a yin-yang balance here, because this Eight of Wands comes in, and they're a little worse for the wear. They're the wounded warrior. So you might be just working on honing your craft or taking your skill set to a next level, and it might have been a little rough. Well, and then you have the Emperor. So again, I mean, between these powers with the King, Queen, and Emperor, I mean, and following justice, there's definitely a power play here. I feel like you are in your power, unless this is a partnership that we're talking about and somebody else is taking the reins, which would be fine. It would be fine to be the co-captain to something, right? So just figure out that balance, how that resonates with you. That's why we say that, because it's either you or somebody else, my friends. So plug and play, cut and paste. How does that work in your life? Let's come over here to the Lovers and see what we've got going. We've got the Hangman. So there's definitely a pause happening here. This is a self-inflicted pause, like you've taken the time out. You're taking the time to say, let me just reassess for a moment. Because we have the High Priestess, who is, honestly, I feel like she's all-knowing. She is just has the balance of the masculine and feminine, and has all the information and knowledge at her fingertips, has the power of the moon around her. Wow, okay. So here we got the Eight of Swords with this. So if this Lovers, regardless of the dynamic, if it's platonic, if it's romantic, work, friendship, whatever, you are definitely taking a time out with this. I think there's a pause that needs to take place with the Hangman, because the Eight of Swords is you thinking a lot. The swords are definitely air, which is you're air. But you need an opportunity to list your pros and cons and make your list of where am I going with this? What do I want to accomplish with this? Because you have this knowledge and this strength behind you and supporting you with the King, Queen, and Emperor. It's all here. It's all here supporting you. So it's just about you putting pen to paper and then, the rubber to the road to make it work. And here it is. We have the Eight of Wands underneath. So there will be some motion. You are moving, but there's definitely a pause here. And it's not like you're on a break in a romantic thing like Ross and Rachel or something, but you're definitely pausing. I mean, maybe you can do this with your partner or whomever this is, but listing the pros and cons. What is it that we want to accomplish? Do we have the same ethics, morals, and values? Do we have the same ideas? Even in a monogamous relationship, you have to be in agreement that you're in a monogamous relationship. If this is a new relationship, Gemini, please keep in mind, particularly romantic relationships, that people put forth their, quote, best foot forward the first 4 to 6 months, and usually pretend what they think you want out of a relationship. Like they pretend to be that version that you want and then show their true colors. Some people don't. Some people are like, here's all my red flags, and they don't even know that they're flying them. So if you've got red flag people, red flags are warnings. So let's not sugarcoat that at all. Red flags are warnings. This is a warning if a red flag is showing up. And if that's what you're seeing, then we got to keep moving, right? Let's do this. Let's get this other clarifiers. Let's get this is another Rider-Waite deck. It's a smaller version. it's the same deck, but obviously the cards are much more small. So let's take this. Let's do this. Let's get some clarifiers for this Lovers and see if there's anything else for Gemini regarding this Lovers card in this reading and what this might entail that you might need to look at or consider. We'll give a couple of shuffles. Oh my gosh. Sorry, the deck didn't want to bend. It's tiny. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you didn't see any of that. That was a disaster. You could hear it. Moron. Let's see what we got. Well, there we go. We got 2 jumpers. Wow, okay. That's crazy. So we have the 6 of Cups, which feels like everything's copacetic. The 6 of Cups, everything feels at peace and in harmony here. There's pleasure and joy. No kidding. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which feels like stability and groundedness. You could be with an earth sign, Gemini. This could be an earth sign. Or it could be a water sign with this Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what's on the bottom for the hell of it. Victory with the 6 of Wands. All right, my friends. You know, you'll figure it out. You'll work it out. And I think communication is key in this case. So make sure you're communicating clearly. But I feel like you're definitely on the move somewhere, and I have no doubt that you'll be victorious on this. So I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming by. Come back next week and consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you then.